afterwards we drop into a quiet little place and have a drink or two.
It's gotta be night and day, just a matter of time.
Musical magic happens when two artists team up. Think Marvin Gaye and Tammy Terrell, Sonny and Cher, Simon and Garfunkel. But sometimes we get the musical equivalent of two strangers trapped in an elevator singing about love they clearly don't feel. And here's the kicker. These awkward duets actually charted. Some were top 40 hits. A few even went platinum. So what happened? Was it the times, the mustaches, the questionable lyrics? Buckle up. We're diving into the most awkward duets of the 60s and 70s that somehow made it big, even if they made us wince. Let's start with one that practically oozes discomfort. Number 10. You Don't Bring Me Flowers. Neil Diamond and Barbra Streisand, 1978.
You don't bring me flowers.
Okay, look, we're not saying these two don't sound great, because vocally, flawless. But emotionally, this duet is like watching your divorced neighbors air out their dirty laundry at Thanksgiving dinner. You don't bring me flowers. You don't sing me love songs.
You don't bring me flowers anymore.
They're both sighing, groaning, and low-key accusing each other for nearly 4 minutes. The original version was never meant to be a duet. Neil had his solo version, Barbara had hers. Then some radio DJ thought it'd be fun to mash them up.
Flowers, you don't sing me love songs.
And boom, a hit was born. It climbed all the way to number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100 in 1978. But here's the thing. Every line sounds like a passive-aggressive therapy session. Barbara's all drama, Neil's all brooding, and neither sounds like they actually want to be in the same room, much less the same relationship. It's like listening to a breakup in slow motion, in high definition, with orchestration. Did it chart? Yes. Do we love it? Kinda. Does it make you shift uncomfortably in your seat every time you hear it? Absolutely. 9. What's New Pussycat? Live duet version. Tom Jones and Cher, 1970.
Pussycat, whoa, whoa, whoa.
Tom Jones, Cher, two titans of the stage. Separately, incredible. Together, well, it's a lot of leather and pelvic thrusts, and not enough chemistry. In this live version of Tom's already bizarre anthem, What's New Pussycat,
I'll soon be kissing your sweet little pussycat lips.
Cher joins in for a few sultry verses, but it's clear something's off. Tom is doing his usual thing. Chest hair, winks, hips. Cher looks like she's trying to both match that energy and run from it at the same time.
You and your pussycat.
The song's goofy enough on its own, but sung as a duet, it becomes something else entirely. A weird tango of theatrical posturing and forced flirtation. Audience loved it, Vegas adored it, but you can almost feel Cher mentally checking her watch halfway through. It's like two peacocks in a cage match. Fun, yes. Comfortable? Not so much. 8. All I Ever Need Is You. Sonny and Cher, 1971.
All I ever need is you.
Now we love Sonny and Cher. No argument there, but this particular duet, it always felt like a bit of an overcompensation. The song is meant to be romantic. All I Ever Need Is You.
All I ever need is you.
But Cher sings it like she's reading the ingredients off a cereal box. And Sonny, bless him, sounds like he's trying so hard to keep up. It hit number 7 on the Billboard Hot 100, which is impressive. But the vibe, it's more business partners at a mandatory HR retreat than couple madly in love.
You're my first love, you're my last.
Part of the awkwardness came from real life. By the early 70s, their marriage was rocky. Behind the scenes, tension. On stage, smiles. Kind of.
All I ever need is you.
So when they sing lyrics about eternal devotion, it hits differently, like watching a couple at dinner pretending everything's fine while crushing the salad fork in their hand. Still, the harmonies work. The chorus is catchy. But emotionally, this duet needed couples therapy and a coffee. You're 7, something stupid. Frank Sinatra and Nancy Sinatra, 1967.
Then I go and spoil it all by saying something stupid like I love.
Ah, yes. This one, let's just say, this might be the most famously cringe duet of the decade. Frank and Nancy, father and daughter, sing a romantic ballad that includes lines like, "I can see it in your eyes that you despise the same old lines you heard the night before."
And if we go someplace to dance, I know that there's a chance you won't be leaving with me.
Yikes. The melody is sweet, the vocals are smooth, but the content, that's a whole other thing. It's a love song about dating with slow dancing and moonlight, and it's sung by a father and daughter. Now, in fairness, it wasn't written for them, but still, once you know they're related, it's impossible to unhear it. Yet, it was a monster hit.
There's a chance you won't be leaving with me.
Number 1 on Billboard for 4 weeks in 1967. Weirdest part, it still holds up musically, but thematically, total dinner table squirm fest. We respect the Sinatras, but this might be the ultimate what were they thinking duet of the decade. Hey, quick pause before we dive deeper into this awkward duet hall of fame. If you're enjoying this trip down the cringy chart-topping rabbit hole,
Then afterwards we drop into a quiet little place and have a drink or two.
hit that like button and subscribe for more offbeat musical memories, and let us know in the comments, which awkward duet from your past made you want to hide under the couch? Or did we miss a painfully brilliant one? Now let's get back to the duets that had no business working, but somehow did. 6. A Little Bit More. Live, Dr. Hook and a Very Uncomfortable Host, 1976.
I'm gonna love you a little bit more.
Now this one wasn't a traditional duet, but when Dr. Hook performed A Little Bit More live with various TV hosts or surprise female guests, it turned into something else entirely. The original song, a smooth, slightly sleazy, whisper-in-your-ear soft rock ballad. But during these duet versions, often on talk shows or variety hours, it was pure secondhand embarrassment. Ray Sawyer would lean in close, sing lines like, "When your body's had enough of me,"
And when your body's had enough of me.
to an unsuspecting guest who clearly just wanted to survive the moment. It's awkward, it's bold, it's so very 70s. Somehow the song went top 10, but those live duets, they were more like hostage situations. You can see it in the eyes of every guest who suddenly had to sit on a stool and pretend this was normal. Spoiler, it wasn't. Gesture 5, Guilty, Barbra Streisand and Barry Gibb, 1980 but recorded in 79.
With the love you're living on, you gotta be mine.
Okay, we're cheating a bit by slipping into the very end of the 70s. But this one needs to be here. Barbra and Barry. Icons, both of them. And Guilty is technically a great song.
Don't wanna hear your.
But the duet? It's like two divas on a collision course with a scented candle. Barry's falsetto is in full Bee Gees mode. Barbra's belting like she's in Yentl. And their chemistry, think mismatched prom dates who got stuck slow dancing when the music slowed down. They're both so talented.
It's gotta be night and day, just a matter of time.
But they're not singing to each other. They're singing at each other from different planets. Still, chart success galore, platinum record, tons of radio play. But emotionally, it always felt like a staged reading of a romance novel. And don't even get us started on the album cover. That was a lot of hair. Isser 4, I've Got You Babe. Live reprises in the late 70s. Sonny and Cher.
I got you, babe. I got you, babe.
Yep, we're dragging them in again. Because by the time Sonny and Cher were divorced and still performing this song live, it was the definition of awkward. In the 60s, I've Got You Babe was sweet, innocent, full of flower power love. But during their 70s variety show phase, they kept singing it.
You I am wrong.
With new sarcasm and side eyes, they'd smirk through lines like, "They say our love won't pay the rent." And suddenly, it felt less like a duet and more like a roast.
I got you. Walk with me. I got you.
Fans loved it, of course. It was nostalgic. But emotionally, it was like watching two people do a skit about their failed marriage. To a laugh track legendary, yes, but definitely uncomfortable. 3. Jackson, Nancy Sinatra and Lee Hazelwood, 1967.
We've been talking about Jackson.
Nancy and Lee were a quirky match. And Jackson, it's chaos. This song's about a feuding couple headed to a blowout in Jackson. Which Jackson doesn't matter, they just want to fight. Lee's gruff voice paired with Nancy's sassy drawl was a musical oddity. It charted, people loved it, but as a duet, it sounds like two co-workers who used to date.
People gonna stoop and bow.
And now get stuck doing karaoke at the office Christmas party. It's sharp, it's weird, it's charming in its dysfunction. But chemistry? More like competitive tension. They were like two characters from different sitcoms forced into the same episode.
Go to Jackson, you big talking man.
It works, somehow, but not without making you tilt your head like, is this a joke? And maybe that's the point. 2. You're the Reason Our Kids Are Ugly, Conway Twitty and Loretta Lynn, 1978.
You're the reason our kids are ugly.
Yes, that's a real title, and yes, it charted. This country duet walks a fine line between funny and downright mean. Conway and Loretta had undeniable chemistry, but this song is basically a roast battle with a steel guitar.
I guess that we won't ever have everything we need.
You're the reason I'm riding round on recaps instead of Michelins. You're the reason our kids are ugly, little darlin'. It's meant to be cheeky, but boy, does it get personal. And somehow, it worked, because Conway and Loretta sold it like pros. The joke was on them, and they were in on it. But if you didn't know that going in, you'd think you walked into a marriage counseling session during karaoke night. Number 1, Muskrat Love, live, Captain and Tennille, 1976.
Muskrat, muskrat, candle lights.
And here it is, the Mount Rushmore of awkward duets, Muskrat Love. It was a hit, top 5 in 1976. It played at weddings. It was on TV. It's about muskrats falling in love. Seriously, Captain and Tennille sang this ode to rodent romance with total sincerity, complete with synthesized muskrat squeaks. Tennille sings Muskrat Susie, Muskrat Sam, like she's reciting Shakespeare. Meanwhile, the captain plays it deadpan, like he's afraid to question the lyrics in case it ends the marriage. It's weird, it's adorable, it's deeply uncomfortable, and yet... We all remember it, because how could you forget romantic muskrats in heat? It's the kind of song that makes you question every decision that led to this point, and that's why it tops this list. So, what have we learned? Duets are like relationships. Sometimes they're beautiful, and sometimes they're memorable for all the wrong reasons, whether it was clashing styles, forced intimacy, or just plain strange lyrics. These songs manage to chart, not despite the awkwardness, but sometimes because of it. They make us laugh, they make us cringe, and most importantly, they make us remember. So next time you hear one of these gems on the radio or buried in a Spotify playlist, take a moment to appreciate the weirdness. Because awkward or not, they made history. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more nostalgic dives, forgotten hits, and musical mysteries from the greatest decades in pop history. And drop us a comment. Which awkward duet is burned into your memory? Got one you think should have been on this list? We'd love to hear about it. See you in the next one. And hey, keep those headphones ready. You never know what you'll hear next.